I feel like Kody and Robyn probably have some plan, and none of us are talking to each other because none of us trust each other.
Within the Flagstaff cul-de-sac, where remnants of Kody Brown's faltering empire still clung on, there hung a palpable tension. Most of the houses had fallen silent. Meri no longer appeared there much. Christine was flourishing out in Utah, and Janelle had long since departed. Only Robyn's residence was alive with tension. Kody crouched huddled on Robyn's worn leather sofa, clutching his phone like it could be his salvation. His eyes were vacant, his eyebrows tightly furrowed, and his knuckles tense with the grip. "Robyn, what you said to them?" His voice trembled in incredulity. "Why did you open a secret bank account? Why are people asking me all this now?" Robyn stood close with her arms folded into herself, her expression changing between annoyance and icy detachment. "I said what I needed to say," she replied brusquely. Kody lost his temper. "You threw me under the bus," he snarled. A sneer crept onto Robyn's lips. "No, Kody, you jumped off the bus when you took family funds to finance your absurd Coyote Pass fantasy without informing the rest of us. As soon as you did that, it was all over. Meri questioned you. Janelle questioned you. I simply stopped lying for you." The shock of betrayal was painful to him. "Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sister Wives Daily. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Today, we're getting into all the dramatic details you don't want to miss." Meri sat opposite a TLC producer for a post-season confessional in a cabin by the light of Parowan, Utah. Her eyes were peaceful but weighed down, and behind her, a soft fire crackled. "I had to justify why Robyn's jewelry debt, close to $80,000, was quietly paid off from our family fund money," Meri spoke icily. "When my bed and breakfast was falling apart, Kody looked me in the eye and told me it wasn't the right time to assist me. But for some reason, for Robyn, it was always the right time." Meri presented the producer with a fat folder. "Here's the evidence," she said. "All the Zelle and Venmo payments from Household Emergency that went to fund private school fees and eyebrow microblading on Robyn." Her voice became somber. "I remained quiet to guard the family. But when Robyn began gaslighting Kody, telling him she had never requested assistance and calling me greedy for attempting to repair my inn, I was finished." The producer appeared flabbergasted. "Are you telling me Robyn manipulated all of that?" "She knew what she was doing," Meri responded. "She manipulated Kody and discarded him when he was no longer serving her purpose. She didn't even attend the memorial with him for Garrison." When Kody returned to Robyn's, he was trembling and breathless. He almost knocked a stool over as he stormed into the kitchen. "You embarrassed me," he shouted. "Do you actually think I don't notice? You're playing the victim and making me be responsible for everything." Robyn did not lift her head from her laptop. Her tone remained flat. "I wasn't playing you, Kody. You created this for yourself. You drove Meri away when she needed you. Your obsession with property devastated Janelle financially. I simply quit cleaning up after you." Kody yelled. "I gave everything for you," Robyn finally shouted back. "And now you have nothing. You're not my protector. You're just a liability." She closed her laptop and went upstairs without further comment, leaving Kody alone. The next day, Meri sent a group text to Janelle and the others. It said simply, "Here's the spreadsheet if anyone still wonders where the family money went. Dates, names, receipts, everything is here. I'm done defending myself." 3 PDFs were attached, titled Brown Family Fund, Robyn Withdrawals 2017 to 2022. Christine responded in a hurry. "This is gross, Meri. You were justified to say something. You are owed an apology by Kody and Robyn." Janelle posted a gif of a woman kicking in a door with the caption, "Set it on fire." The coup de grace was in a tense reunion arranged by TLC producers at Coyote Pass. Robyn arrived late. Kody strained to scan the highway, clipboard in hand, hoping for any flash of togetherness. Meri sat serenely, unblinking. When Robyn did arrive, she did not even glance at Kody. She sat beside Meri and softly thanked her. Thanks for informing them the truth. I never had the courage to do it myself, Robyn confessed quietly. Kody's jaw dropped in shock. You knew? You let all this happen? Robyn got up and confronted him straight on. Kody, you let it happen. We were all betrayed by you. I just stopped lying for you. The producers interrupted their taping as Robyn walked out of the room, but one cameraman continued to roll. Kody knelt down on the floor, covered his face with his hands, and mumbled, Everyone, even her. They all left. At the same time, the camera slowly swept across a darkened bedroom in Robyn's home. It was silent. The kids were off at school, and sunlight hardly filtered through the half-shuttered blinds to fall as pale lines on the bedspread. Robyn sat by herself on the bed with a small leather-bound journal. This wasn't for the cameras. This was real, highly personal. The pages of the journal were written on with frayed edges, water spots, clipped receipts, sticky notes, and scribbled entries smudged by old tears and ink. She turned to one page, dated October 5th, 2020, the day after Christine called her out. Robyn had penned, Kody asked me if I was the last loyal wife. I felt ill. He doesn't get how much he's changed. I explained to him that Christine was going through something, but secretly I knew. After what he did to Truly, she was never returning. He would never make it right, but I always tried to keep everything from unraveling. He never actually wanted to. On another page, dated December 2022, she had written, Janelle snapped. I witnessed her breaking down and crying for the first time. She looked at Kody like a stranger when he ranted about loyalty and land. I remained silent, holding the documents. I knew what those folders held. The deed did not even carry Janelle's name. I remained quiet. Abruptly, two soft knocks rang from below. Robyn swiftly closed the journal and pushed it under her pillow. Elsewhere in Flagstaff, Kody had retreated into an RV on a vacant lot at Coyote Pass. All the women were gone and emotionally checked out of Robyn, and he was alone in the cold. The land he had become so fixated on and had paid his family price for was now his. But he huddled shivering by a propane heater, in silence. He wrote angrily in a notepad, They never respected me. I worked my heart out for this family, and they never showed me gratitude. Robyn says I failed them, but she said nothing, although she understood everything. Angered, he threw the pen, punched the wall, and mentally recited Meri's cruel words. Kody, you didn't lose us. You exchanged us for her, and now she's exchanging you back. At the same time, within Lizzie's Heritage Inn in Utah, a secret meeting was in session. Janelle was at the door, her eyes flashing but her mouth in a stiff line, holding a pile of papers. With no introduction, she announced, I have my own receipts, bank statements, LLC transfers. Robyn's Amazon buys were coded as family utilities. Want to compare? Meri didn't blink. I already made up a spreadsheet. For the first time in years, they shared no tension. They sat together in a round table, steaming hot coffee in front of them. Only there existed a mission to share. Meri leaned forward and said, I think it's time. Let's discuss legal action. We can't continue to allow Robyn and Kody to dictate the terms. Janelle nodded. Perhaps it's time to discuss a true documentary, one that doesn't protect them anymore. Finally, Robyn consented to one last interview with the TLC producers, but only if Kody wasn't present. She picked a middle ground outside of Flagstaff, away from her home. She wore little makeup, no jewelry, and was dressed like someone who was finally giving in. I lied a lot, she said softly. I lied to protect him, to protect us. When I said that I never asked for money, that was a lie. When I said to Meri that she was hallucinating, that was a lie. She stopped, breathed deeply, and went on. I lied to myself too, hoping he would ever change. A producer asked delicately, "Did you ever really love him?" Robyn's lips shook. "I believe I loved the person he used to be, but that Kody, he vanished a very long time ago." Later in the evening, Meri's phone illuminated. A new group conversation had been opened. Its name was straightforward: Rebuild. Robyn, Christine, Janelle, and Meri were all included in the new group message. It was Robyn who finally sent the final message in the chain. "I don't deserve your forgiveness," she typed, "but I want to begin again, not as his wife, just as Robyn. And there's still more. Robyn and Kody Brown, stars of Sister Wives, might be getting into a more traditional marriage these days, but their home decor is quite another thing. Visualize an entire room filled with cowboy-themed memorabilia or a massive painting of horses enjoying a romantic moment under the light of the moon." Their six-bedroom, multi-million-dollar home resembled a fantasy come true for someone like Retta of Ugliest House in America. Let's take a closer look. When the couple listed their previous Flagstaff home for sale in August 2024, fans were immediately caught off guard by the strange design elements. Screen captures from the Zillow posting quickly went viral on Reddit, sharing the most egregious details. Although the house itself occupied lovely terrain, one aspect really stood out: an enormous painting of two horses kissing in the moonlight. It practically felt too on the nose of a symbol for Robyn and Kody's love. So instead of romantic, it now felt more cringeworthy. Their rest of their home was no better, though. In the room that was done up in cowboy colors, there was a Walmart rug with a huge lone star, along with a native bow and arrow mounted on the wall. These decisions didn't simply appear tacky, they reflected a disturbing absence of cultural sensitivity. Many Native communities find such things deeply religious and historically valuable. Degrading them to tacky trappings for a Western style was insulting, at the very least. And then there was the heavy leather furniture that made the room not so much a home as the set of an old cowboy movie. Their master bedroom, with its velvet drapes, lavender bedding, and almost medieval furniture, was nicknamed the Purple Princess Bedroom by Reddit users. While everyone has different tastes, most agreed the mix of colors and textures was overwhelming. The bathroom did nothing. Red marker motivational quotes and Bible verses covered the mirror, and it even had a sink that was straight from the Flintstones. And to top it off were the huge geodes and decorative crystals, which didn't complement the already fractured bedroom aesthetic. It was like Kody and Robyn had taken every Pinterest hack they ever looked at and put them all together in one confusing mess. What's even more astonishing is the amount that they spent. From a Reddit user who did the math, the artwork alone cost approximately $150,000. That doesn't even cover the dozens of sculptures and wall hangings strewn all over the place. As Kody indulged in eccentric furniture, his family went without. When the Browns initially settled in Flagstaff, Meri had a bed and breakfast that Kody would not lend financial support to. So Janelle had to reside in an RV. Christine had to pursue legal proceedings for child support in September of 2024, since Kody was more concerned with purchasing overpriced artwork that hardly fit in the home. Many of his fans now think that Kody applied these buys to cover up money from his previous wives. The haphazard, disorganized display of these pricey items corroborates this suspicion. Every wall resembled a poorly coordinated gallery of his poor financial planning. All of this has been leading to an understanding. Robyn is keeping the Brown family from healing. Season 19 of Sister Wives, which concluded in 2 parts toward the end of 2024, centered a lot on the Brown family's deep fractures. By the conclusion, ex-patriarch Kody was left with a monogamous relationship with his fourth wife, Robyn, having lost Meri, Janelle, and Christine. The Brown family was dealt an unimaginable tragedy in March 2024 when Janelle and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, passed away by suicide. Over the course of the second half of season 19, host Sukanya Suki Krishnan met separately with Kody, Robyn, and the three original wives, Meri, Janelle, and Christine, to pose very personal questions and hear their thoughts on what had transpired. Yet, not once in the four-part tell-all special after the finale did Garrison's death come up. Instead, the attention remained on the disintegration of their polygamous fantasy and the complete collapse of the family they knew. In my opinion, Robyn has complicated the family's healing process. During the tell-all, she was asked if she believed Kody had favored her. This favoritism was a major reason why Meri, Janelle, and Christine ultimately chose to leave. Despite overwhelming evidence, Robyn insisted she didn't think Kody had a favorite, a statement that felt frustrating and disingenuous. When asked if she was Kody's sacred cow, as Janelle once referred to her, Robyn's stammering response only served to confirm her denial of the facts. In my opinion, the family's healing process is impaired by Robyn's refusal to accept that she had been perceived as being Kody's favorite. If she were truthful regarding her and Kody's errors in their polygamous framework, I think she would gain more respect, and it could enable the family to begin healing the fissure. By confronting favoritism directly, they could begin to restore their deeply divided relationships. Rather, Robyn holds on to the delusional hope that Kody's relationships with the other wives can be mended completely. It's as if she's attempting to save face, proclaiming the family is not actually broken and can be fixed somehow. Kody does listen to Robyn, and as long as she continues to give him the notion that reconciliation is an option, he will continue to struggle to manage his ex-wives and hold on to the fantasy of family cohesion. If Robyn were to alter her manner, perhaps some of the relationships with the children might start to mend too. The reality is, the driving force behind the collapse of this family is Robyn. Kody, Meri, Christine, and Janelle were an intact, albeit flawed, polygamous family prior to her arrival. Throughout the tell-all, Robyn was cagey and frequently dodged answering questions directly. Her refusal to own up to her responsibility in Kody's favoritism has eliminated any hope of ever reconciling with his original wives and their children. In addition to this, the rest of the family has become increasingly annoyed at the overspending by Robyn and Kody. When they originally purchased the Coyote Pass land, Kody and Robyn took the largest amount, appropriating what was left of the family's shared dream. They renovated their house to add luxuries such as a heated driveway. Now they reside in a 7,884 square foot mansion in Flagstaff that is valued at $2.1 million. There have been questions raised as to whether they used family money to fund their extravagant lifestyle and spend more time with each other at the expense of the rest. Robyn is at the center of all these matters, and her presence is felt even in how some of Kody's kids spend money. There has been complaint regarding irresponsible spending, particularly on things such as dolls and high-end fashion. Mykelti, Gwendolyn, and other Brown children have come out and explained how Kody and Robyn spent money entirely differently from when the family was together. Kody Brown's 32-year marriage to his first wife, Meri Brown, ended officially in 2022. However, despite them breaking up, they recently had a bizarre moment of sudden intimacy. Meri was instrumental in establishing their polygamous family when she shared Robyn, Christine, and Janelle as Kody's other wives. She said Kody was charismatic and charming when they first started out, particularly in front of the cameras. Over time, though, the relationship unraveled. The 2015 catfishing scandal, fertility struggles, and Kody's shifting affections created deep cracks. By the end, they had no physical intimacy for over a decade before finally separating. In 2022, Kody publicly stated he no longer considered Meri his wife, a statement that broke her heart. In 2024, The church officially released Meri from their spiritual union so she could move on even though she was deeply in pain over the dissolution of their long-term relationship. Meri eventually found peace by concentrating on her own healing and growth. She turned her back on Kody's version of their marriage as she gained closure on her own. At the same time, Kody subsequently maintained that their relationship had actually been problematic from the beginning, while he professed to be mending relationships with his other ex-wives in Season 19 of Sister Wives. Even with all that, Season 19 revealed some surprising flashes of affection between Kody and Meri. While assisting her with a move, there were some intimate, cringe-worthy exchanges between them that illustrated their troubled past. Meri was Kody's initial wife, marrying him spiritually in April 1990. Kody was 22 years old then, and Meri was only 19, but they shared religious beliefs as the foundation of their relationship. They had their daughter Leon in 1995, but the inability to bear children placed a lot of emotional tension over the years. One major turning point was Meri's 2015 catfishing scandal, which only deepened their distance. By 2022, their marriage officially ended. Still, Season 19 included small, unexpected sparks, like Kody comforting Meri during her move to Utah. At one point, it was revealed that Kody referred to Meri as his favorite ex-wife, a comment that sparked irritation from Janelle and Christine. When Kody and Meri were packing up her things in Arizona, they had a brief, playful moment. Meri accidentally backed into Kody while loading a moving truck, then gave him a gentle shove. She later described it as the closest I've been to him in years. Kody, in an interview, went so far as to label the episode sexual in nature and said he worried that it could be perceived as disrespectful to Robyn. He said he wished Meri had shown him such tenderness in the course of their marriage because they actually enjoyed themselves together that day. Even with those brief moments, the truth remains: no real possibility of reconciliation. Their 32-year union disintegrated over Kody's emotional withdrawal and obsession with Robyn. In 2022, Kody confessed he no longer felt married to Meri, and their decade-plus period of no intimacy cemented that emotional chasm. Kody has termed their marriage as challenging right from the start. Meri, however, has welcomed self-discovery and transformation since her spiritual release in 2024. Though they can live in harmony now, a romantic reconciliation is not very likely. Sister Wives cast is still highly divided, with each of them going in their own direction and following different paths. What are your thoughts on this chapter of the Brown family saga? Share them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for further news and analysis like this. Thanks for watching.